Okay, so what if I told you that you can create professional AI talking pictures and you can do it all with free tools, no technical skills needed? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how. Let's dive right in. And look, we're not just talking about making a static picture move its mouth. We are aiming for a level of quality that's actually convincing, the kind of stuff that can promote your business, tell a compelling story, or just make content that really stops people in their tracks. I know what you're probably thinking. You've seen these incredible talking avatars all over social media, and you just assume they're made with some super expensive, complicated software. It feels totally out of reach for the average person, right? Well, that's just not true anymore. The days of needing a Hollywood budget for this stuff are long gone. The real key, the secret sauce, is knowing how to combine the right free tools in the right order. And that's exactly what we're going to unlock today. So, the secret isn't some single magic app that does everything. That's actually the biggest mistake people make. They search for that one silver bullet. But the best, most realistic results come from a specific workflow, a sequence that combines the strengths of a few different free tools. The entire process really just boils down to these three simple parts. First, you need a great script. That's the soul of your video. Second, you need an image that's set up correctly for animation. And third, you need the tech that stitches it all together with a voice and lip syncing. Nail these three, and you are golden. All right, let's get into the weeds and start with the foundation of everything, your script. It might seem basic, but if you approach this strategically with a tool like ChatGPT, your final video is going to be so much more powerful. Now, here's where we get smart about it. Don't just go to ChatGPT and say, write me a script. That's not going to work. You have to give it context. You tell it this is for a talking AI avatar. You say, my audience is and my key messages. That context is what turns a robotic-sounding script into something that sounds like a real person talking. And here's a little pro tip that's a total game changer. Once you're happy with the script, in that same conversation, ask ChatGPT to generate a super detailed image prompt for the character who would be speaking those lines. This makes sure your character's look and personality perfectly match the words they're saying. It's brilliant. So, we have our script, we've got our image prompt, now it's time to actually create our character's face. And for this, we're going to use an incredibly powerful and totally free tool, Meta AI. Okay, before you do anything, you have to burn this into your brain. This is not a suggestion, it's the #1 most important rule. For the lip-syncing AI to look natural, your character has to be looking straight ahead, directly at the camera. No artsy angles, no side profiles. Straight on. Got it? And actually using Meta AI couldn't be easier. You can literally do it inside an app you already have on your phone, like WhatsApp. You just open the chat, start your message with generate an image of, and then paste in that awesome detailed prompt we got from ChatGPT. It's really that simple. All right, we've got our script, we've got our perfect image. Now it's time for the magic trick, bringing that static picture to life. For this final step, we're going to use an app called DID AI, and it's going to do all the heavy lifting for us. Getting set up is super fast. You just create a free account and it gives you some daily credits, which is more than enough to play around with. Now, here's a little tip. When you start a new project, choose the 1x1 square format. It's a simple click that really helps to minimize the watermark on your final video. Then, just upload your image. Okay, now you have a choice to make about the voice. You could just type your script in and use one of their built-in AI voices. It's fast, it's easy, but I strongly recommend you record your own voice. As the world fills up with AI content, a real human voice is what's going to stand out. It's authentic, it's trustworthy, and honestly, it just feels more real. So once your image and your audio are uploaded, all you do is hit generate. The app's AI takes over from there, processing everything and syncing the lip movements perfectly to your voice. Just give it a few minutes, maybe go grab a cup of coffee, and let it work its magic. Okay, so now you've got the basic workflow. That's enough to get you a pretty good result. But we don't want good, we want great, right? So let's talk about a few little details that will take your creations from looking amateur to looking seriously professional. When it comes to your image, you want to think like a photographer. You need good, even lighting on the face so the AI can clearly see all the features. A simple, non-distracting background keeps the focus where it should be, on your character. And solid-colored clothing just helps avoid any weird visual glitches during the animation. And for your audio, remember this. Garbage in, garbage out. You don't need a fancy studio. Just find a quiet room. Your closet works great. And try to speak just a little slower and a little more clearly than you normally would. This gives the AI much more information to work with, and you'll get way better lip syncing as a result. So you know how to do it. But let's take a step back and talk about why this skill is so incredibly powerful. This goes way beyond just making a few fun videos. This is a legitimate game changer for content strategy in almost any industry. Just think about the possibilities for a second. Businesses can whip up personalized product demos for every single lead. Teachers can create an AI tutor to explain tricky concepts in their courses. A real estate agent could have an avatar give virtual tours of a property 24/7. The potential to create engaging content at scale is it's huge. For any business or creator, it all boils down to two magic words: consistency and scalability. Once you create a character that your audience loves and connects with, you can use that same character to produce an endless stream of content. You get powerful brand recognition without having to be perfectly camera ready for every single video. And hey, you can absolutely turn this into a way to make money. Once you get good at this workflow, you can sell it as a service. Think about all the small businesses, coaches, and creators who would love to use this tech but have zero time to figure it out. You can be the person who does it for them. That's a real business opportunity. And let's be real, this technology is getting better at a mind-blowing speed. The stuff you can do for free right now is stuff that would have cost a fortune just a few years ago. By taking the time to master these tools today, you are putting yourself way, way ahead of the curve in a massive content revolution. So there you go. That's the entire playbook. A complete, zero-cost system for making amazing AI talking pictures. You have the workflow, the tools are right there waiting for you, and the potential is enormous. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to create?